Oh, goodness. I was so anticipating watching Globetrotting race last night. I said, I might have even said it on video, but I definitely said it to Ronnie the other day. I said, listen, what you remember her as, and Ronnie's the type of guy that remembers every horse, obviously. I said, she was a good 2 year old. She was an adequate 3 year old, but this is a different horse. She's grown up, filled out, trained back, and qualified without hobbles on, and has looked incredible. A really, really nice filly, a mare now. So I said, if she doesn't win in 51 for you in the next 5-10 starts, I would be devastated. I'd be shocked. It was only going to take one start. She was going to win last night in 51 and a piece for sure. She looked incredible, and then rolled off halfway down the lane. Now, Yannick Gingras texted me 5 minutes after the race and said, really nice filly, just got pacey late in the mile. I think Ronnie put a little more weight on her. She only got a set of full swedges on up front. Now, the two things, we didn't train her in 51. Obviously, we don't know what the surface in the Meadowlands is as opposed to the surface at Northfield Park. And going that fast is a first for her. So a lot of firsts for Globetrotting. Racing without hobbles on, big mile track, that kind of speed. And again, a transition to a different surface. The Meadowlands is a different surface. So obviously it was a little hard. I was super pumped. Regardless, break or not, it's pretty clear she's going to trot in 51. This was the first start off a qualifier for Ron Burke. You give this filly 4, 5, 6, 7 starts. Who knows what she can do? Man, oh man, that was something else. So Globetrotting obviously made a little break, but I suspect she'll be a very good horse. And I told Jason the other day, I said, listen, we haven't had any world champions, but I think this is the best horse I've ever had. And I think that'll come to fruition. In the coming weeks and months. So Globetrotting was great. We'll start with the aged horses. Brave World simply got the life sucked out of him last night. I knew at 26:53, I said, he can only go so fast. I know people think, well, you just follow, and then, they're all right. They're not really pacing. They're just following. They're really pacing. Southern Amazon raced in the Battle Lake Erie here, right? Winning 49-3 at Northfield Park 3 starts ago. So two very, very different levels of competition. If he's not in there, the race goes a totally different way, obviously, and I think we're probably 1-2. But when you got, when you got horses, when you're trying to follow a horse that is just simply better than you, there's not much you can do. So Brave World will be heading back to the Harry Polton barn. He'll be racing in Ontario starting next week, I believe. Compass Rose DC was absolutely awesome the other day. I said it multiple times. I drove her terrible. I just drop her over into the 4-hole, wait. I just didn't see the race going that way. I didn't want to be first over. I wanted to be close. If I'm in the 3-hole, at least I'm, they're not going to stack 2x2. I'm going to be close. But it turned out to be exactly what happened when I got away 4th. Had I just been much more conservative off the gate, I land down 4th, I follow Brady Brown, I'm a winner. I know I am. So, big mile, I told you guys this is a good mare too. 54-4 she trotted the other day. I'm pretty sure that was the fastest mile of her life, and she looked incredible. Cruising in Style, 3rd from off the paces last start. He drew, I think Mark Treffy had sent me a message this morning saying he drew the rail down a class, so hopefully we'll have a good result from him this week. I believe he said Wednesday. Don't Believe Me, Just Watch is in Tuesday now. I'm a little peeved because he's in with Adrenaline Rush. Well, I told the guys I don't want everybody tripping all over themselves this summer. I don't want to see our horses entered into Indigo with one another this summer. So I'm going to have to talk to Harry and Cindy with Jason and say, listen, actually I entered. Truth be told, I entered Adrenaline Rush. But just need to understand that there's enough classes in Ontario. I don't want our horses racing against one another. What else do we got here? Globetrotting, as I said, just so uplifting to see that mare come back so good. Miss Brampton Beast will race tonight, I believe, at Georgian Downs. Not her forte. First over? No, don't do that. So I said to Travis, no more first over tracks. Want to put her on the front? Fine. Want to cover her up? That's good too. No more first overs. So she was 4th in a 5-horse field last week, I believe. Path of Totality, I can't wait to see this filly race. It's Scioto. Different surface, different track, coming off such a strong victory in her last. I just can't wait to see this filly race, this mare race at Scioto this week. Spend that money. Race good last week. I expect she'll come back with a similar performance this week. Very, very happy with her. Spirit of Dio. We're going to change Spirit of Dio's shoes today. I said to Jason, enough. You know, we keep looking at the filly, the mare she was last year, filly she was last year, and saying this is how she should be this year. We're going to stop doing that. I'm going to forget that I ever saw Spirit of Dio in my life. We went out and trained her. She made a break halfway down the lane. I said, okay, I want to make a few little changes here and there. It has nothing to do with Spirit of Dio and everything to do with how the horses look right now. So Spirit of Dio is getting a shoeing change. She's going to race at Scioto, I believe, either the Meadows Thursday, Tim knows this and Jason knows this, Meadows Thursday or Scioto on Friday, I believe Jason said. Stonebridge Simba races tonight from the rail. I know he's 4-1, coming off a huge qualifier, but he's in with killers. So let's see how he races. I'm intrigued to see how this plays out. Time Houdini will be heading to the Steve Boston's barn in London, Ontario. You might ask why. Ed had asked me, geez, you know, we had sent, if you guys remember back at the lockdown, we sent Time Houdini to Steve Boston's to race, and he only had him a few days, and then they locked everything down. So he'll be going back there. West 52nd, 9-hole the other day. 9-hole West 52nd in with a very competitive field. Almost a throwaway. There's not much you can do about it. Just luck of the draw or bad luck of the draw. So West 52nd, he's coming back to Ohio. We're going to enter him in Scioto this week also. White Tiger, I know I had some people have a multitude of answers about White Tiger, or complaints or comments. One, you know, you didn't have him in a position to win. Okay, you got me. But he's not the type of horse you can just put him in a position to win. You have to almost race White Tiger the way he wants to be raced, and I thought I had him in a position where he could still win, knowing his speed. The front end just didn't come back to us the way I thought they would. I was beat a length and a half, wasn't I? 2 lengths. And then Yes is racing today at Tioga Downs. This will be a go-around for him. Just want to see how he's behaving, how he's racing. It's been a while since we've seen him in action, so I think this will be a tightener, and I think all of us that own Yes will be tuned in very closely to see how it plays out. But for now, Yes is Indigo at Tioga on Sunday afternoon. That's all the race horses. Obviously, this time of year, we're going to be focused a lot more on the 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds. But never forget that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 aged horses that are racing full-time right now. So I'll be back in a minute. Still want to talk with the 3-year-olds. Talked about the 2-year-olds yesterday. Gave everybody marks about them. Be right back in a minute. We're going to talk about all the 3-year-olds.